Today, we're diving into the magical world of fine motor skills. We're talking about what fine motor skills are and how you can help your child to develop strong fine motor skills. Hey there, Mama. I'm Lauren Brainerd, and this is Teach Your Littles at Home. I'm so excited you have tuned in as I share fun and hands-on activities you can use right away to help you play and learn with your little ones. So let's dive right into today's episode so you can make more memories than you ever dreamed of. So you might be wondering, what are fine motor skills anyway? I like to think of fine motor skills as the secret sauce behind all those intricate hand movements that allow us to do so many important tasks in our day. Take a look at your hands in front of you and think about all the things that you use them for as you go about your day, like holding a pencil, buttoning up a shirt. Any of those small and precise movements that we do with our hands and fingers as we complete each of those little delicate activities all through our day make up our fine motor skills. As a mom, you use your fine motor skills to do tasks around your home all day long. Think for a second. When you're making breakfast, you might be using a spatula to flip over a pancake. That takes fine motor skills. Getting your kids ready, you're helping them zip a jacket, snap a snap on the bottom of a onesie, put a button through a hole. All of those things need our fine motor skills to be top notch, or we wouldn't be able to do them. Even thinking about like you're giving your kid a bath, you're turning, if you have a bathtub like mine, you're turning that drain plug in the bottom to fill the tub up with water. Or maybe somebody spilled milk during breakfast. You're running to get a cloth. You're using your hands and your fine motor skills to clean up all of that dripping milk that is now on the floor. So without strong fine motor skills, it would make all of your mom life activities really difficult for you. So we know that developing fine motor skills is very important. But how do we cultivate these skills in our little ones while we also make it fun? I think it's all about blending playful activities with a little dash of creativity, if you're one of the creative types, or maybe going on Google and doing a quick search for what activities I can use to build fine motor skills. No matter which type of mom you find yourself to be, you can do this. Let's talk about Play-Doh, for example. It's not just squishy fun. It's an activity designed to build strong hand muscles. The moment the Play-Doh comes out, my kids are pushing, pulling, squeezing, rolling. All of these movements are excellent for building hand strength. Then our little ones start to shape the dough into more precise objects. Maybe they're building a snowman, whatever it might be. Then if it's a snowman, they're rolling the Play-Doh into a ball. They're stacking those balls on top of each other. All of these movements take very precise actions with our hand muscles, which are excellent for building hand and finger control. We also love puzzles and building blocks in our home. I like to think of them as little brain workouts with a side of muscle training. But you know what, Mama? Everyday tasks are really where the real magic happens. Never underestimate the power of learning with things you're already doing every single day. Whether it's pouring drinks, scooping rice, sorting buttons, these seemingly almost mundane tasks are actually huge workouts for our little one's fingers. And let me tell you, when that box of buttons comes out and you say you need to sort by color, they're all over it. To me, this sounds like a terrible way to spend my afternoon, but my kids love it, so have at it. When we encourage our children to participate in these household chores that we're already doing, we are actually instilling a sense of responsibility because we're giving them these valuable opportunities for fine motor practice. They can pour drinks. They can sort laundry. Each household job is a chance for our little ones to flex those finger muscles. Plus, I don't know about your kids, but my little ones absolutely love getting to help me around the house, whether it's folding laundry, making dinner, stirring a mixture in a bowl, wiping the floor with a towel. You name it, they see me doing it and they want to join right in. Now let's chat a bit more about some other fine motor activities and how they will help our little ones build those fine motor skills. When I taught kindergarten and first grade, it was always so evident on day one which children entered my classroom with strong fine motor skills, and which kiddos were going to need a bit more help in this area. We want to do everything we can to prepare our little ones for the requirements of school. So let's talk about ways they can build fine motor in other ways that are still pretty easy to fit into your day. Puzzles and building blocks offer so much more than just an activity for our kids to play with. As our preschoolers manipulate those tiny pieces, they're honing their problem-solving skills, their spatial awareness, and their hand-eye coordination. Plus, when they finish building a block tower or they put that last piece in the puzzle, look at that boost in confidence. It's all over their faces when they finish. That beaming smile, it makes them so excited to try new things. Now, for some moms, I know you hear arts and crafts and you want to run the other direction. But please, let's not forget about the magical world of arts and crafts and all that it can do for our children in building fine motor skills. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be a lot of prep, but I promise you, doing crafts with your kids is going to help them tremendously. So think about cutting, pasting, painting, and drawing. These activities all offer endless possibilities. So as our little ones grasp the scissors, they're having to put their hands in the holes, thumbs up, fingers in the holes, and then they're having to open and close their fingers as they open and close those scissors. In order to make the scissor cut the paper, think about all of those movements they're having to do. Hold up your hand in front of you. Imagine putting your fingers into those scissors. If you had never done it before, that's really tricky to get your fingers in the right spaces. So one thing I always tell my children is keep your thumbs up. You put your other finger in the hole and then lift up and down, and that will make the scissors open and close. This takes so much practice to hone in on this skill. So what I like to do is just have strips of construction paper and let my kids just cut on a line. Take a Sharpie, print it out, whatever you prefer, and just on the line each day, cut a strip of paper. You will be amazed how quickly they pick up on this skill. Another great way to build hand strength is squeezing glue bottles. So I like to put a bunch of dots on a piece of paper, and then I give my kids a small glue bottle, and we use the saying that my daughter picked up in preschool when she was going called dot, dot, not a lot. And we take that glue bottle and we just do tiny little dots on these black dots that we've drawn on a piece of paper. It is so much trickier than you think just to squeeze that glue bottle. We love water painting on the concrete outside. It's a great way to learn how to hold a paintbrush, how to paint without a lot of the messes that can come with painting. There's no cleanup required. The sun dries the water. It's perfect. It's a great way to dive into painting without feeling like it's a huge commitment. You have to cover your table, all those things. Now, as your kids get better, you're going to want to move on to those more detailed crafts. But if you're just starting out, a paintbrush with water is a great way to dive in. Now, as your child refines their ability to grip objects, grasp a pair of scissors, squeeze a glue bottle, this is preparing them to build the coordination in their hands that they're going to need for more complex things like writing with a pencil, snapping snaps, dressing themselves, all while unleashing creativity and imagination in their brains through the craft that they're working on. So I want to encourage you, and I hope that you leave with one thing today, and that is looking for moments in your day and the things you're already doing to build fine motor skills with your kids. Don't be afraid to let them make mistakes, because mistakes are how we learn. When we try to pour something and it doesn't work the first time, we try again until we get it right. When we try to squeeze the glue and too much comes out, we know the next time we have to squeeze a little less. So I encourage you, let your little ones, even your 2 and 3-year-olds, do more than they're doing today. Take baby steps, give them little tiny bites of practice when you feel like they're ready, and you will be amazed what they are able to do as they grow. So sprinkle some fine motor magic into your daily routines and watch your little ones as they sculpt Play-Doh, build a puzzle, do a chore around the home. Every activity is an opportunity for growth and learning. please remember as you're starting to plan fine motor activities, it's not just about building skills. It's about creating memories with your kids. Help your kids gain independence and nurture a love for learning in your little ones. So as we wrap up today's episode, I encourage you to embrace the joy of teaching and learning alongside your child. We only get to go through today one time, so let's make today a day worth remembering. Together, you can embark on this exciting journey of making memories with your child, one fine motor skill at a time. Until next time, have a great day playing and learning with your little ones. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Teach Your Littles at Home. I hope you are feeling so inspired to create a new activity to do right away with your little ones.
If you like listening to my mommy, will you please leave her a review?
Before you head off to plan the next activity, would you mind leaving me a quick review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you are listening from? This is the only way for me to know if you're finding my tips, activities, and advice helpful, and I get so excited reading each and every review. I hope this episode has left you feeling empowered to try something new with your kids this week. And if so, would you please hit the share button and share this episode with another one of your mama friends who also wants to create activities with her little ones. I can't wait to share even more fun activities with you on our next episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day playing and making memories with your little ones.